most business people realize this late, that the pains you have, whether family related or relationship related, they are borrowed pains. These are pains that you borrow from the workplace. This is what I mean. Most of the challenges that you are having, let's say from home, let's say your kids not being happy with how much time you give them as their parent, or the time that you give to your wife, or let's say when it comes to the friendships, how you think that maybe every person next to you is next to you because of the money, which is all actually true, but not so true. It all comes from the pains that you get from the workplace, specifically with your employees. Now, in this video, I'm going to make sure that I make it so easy for you and that you perfect your relationship with your employees so that it does not borrow those pains to your family and how you relate with others. So first things first, most of the reasons as to why your employees aren't associating with you as you want them to, as a friend, but mainly as a boss, don't reach close that person, is because they do not have a sanctified imagination towards you. These employees that you're having, they have passed through too much pains, specifically from their earlier job experiences. Maybe, like, if I would use for my case, we have passed through, of you too, we have passed through these job experiences in a way that as an employee, you're not sure whether this boss that you have, you truly can have a one-on-one conversation with them that is personal, because you are not sure whether they are into you, surely they are into you, or the information you give them, they might use it to snake on you and then sack you eventually with time if they get real information. For example, I had this scenario where I woke up late, like I was always being on time, but there was this day when I woke up late for work. So reaching on the workplace, I had informed all my other work employees, my fellows, that the reason as to why I've come late was because I just slept off. Like, it happened today, it happened. And we actually had fun on it, okay? You know, like how you'd converse one on one with friends, and the conversation was normal. Like, today I just slept. I don't know how, but I slept, and we laughed on it. But then when I presented myself in front of my leader, my boss, I couldn't tell them the real thing. I would only stop on, today it just happened. I found myself late. I'm sorry. The reason, I didn't want to explain the reason why. I didn't trust them. So, as a leader, once you personally recognize these behaviors, these traits in your employees, it starts to subconsciously, not knowingly, subconsciously limit how you would have any relationship with any person. Actually, even these employees that you're having, you also have challenges associating with them as you ought to. If I am lying on this, you know the truth. You know that subconsciously you have challenges with relating with these employees of yours. And it is not that you willingly don't want to associate with them, but subconsciously, unknowingly, you find yourself not in that place of willing to have that perfect relationship with them, to freely communicate with them, and also express yourself, express your personality to them so as to draw them to your place of understanding of how they should function with you. And now, this same way, it has also affected how you would have any relationship with any other person, either business related or outside business, or even how you associate with your family. You have moved into a place of when you are interacting with your child, it's like as if they are only in to fetch something from you. When you're relating with your wife, it's like they are in to fetch something from you, which is true because as human beings, our behavior trait is every relationship, I have to get something as I give. It is natural for us to give, but we also want to get. So when your mind is wired into that way because of the borrowed pain from the workplace, now with the family that is actually trying to give as it gets, now you only observe the getting and you never observe the giving that they are also trying to do. I believe you're connecting with me to this level. For example, this child, however much they want to get your time and get their resources of living, they too want to give the love they have for you to you, which you make yourself so busy and so work conscious subconsciously that you never relate with them as you ought to. So, the best way you can break this chain is one, you being conscious of this, because unless you're conscious, then it it just becomes a normal routine and it becomes hard for you to control. So one, you being cautious helps you so much. And now two, once it is work, leave it as work. Don't mix work with the relationships, don't mix relationships with family. Those are three different entities and they require different personalities at all times. And the father you are at home is not of the same behavior as the husband that you are supposed to be to your wife. Remember, your wife chose you because of a different personality, not the personality you're borrowing from work, not because the personality you are trying to become because now you are now a father, you now have a child, you now have children. No, so that is a different personality. And also, friends want to interact with you differently from work or something else. Even at the workplace, your employees are actually also willing to be so much related with you, only that they also are broken vessels. They have their weaknesses, their traumas of the experiences they personally pass through. And it is not until you also recognize those traits in them, those patterns in them, that you can help them out and relate with them as you ought to. So I believe this has been so helpful to you. This has helped you so much. This is going to relieve so much of the pain that you carry being at that top and eventually the top influencing all the goods that you would have gotten, like uh, the top taking away the life that you want yourself to have for yourself. So Stay blessed, stay well. If this has helped you, make sure you subscribe. If this has helped you, make sure you subscribe so that the algorithm can direct more people to this channel. Okay? Let's together help as many people as we can. Stay well.